Hi everybody, it's Adoption with Nyree. I run an adoption support channel and today's just going to be a chatty video. So if you're not into chatty video, it's a family update. If you're not into that, then check out my channel for more information, tips and advice on adoption. Since I've seen you, quite a lot's happened. Good and bad, I guess, good and bad. And so you might have seen on my posts that we've had COVID. So that has been quite difficult to navigate because actually my husband has had it, my younger son has had it, and I've been going backwards and forwards to the bedrooms to try and keep them isolated from me and my other son. And because I'm asthmatic, that's been important for me. My younger son is better, but Tim's still not very well really. And he was testing still positive with a faint line up until yesterday. And we're waiting for tests to come through, so that's him. And for me, I'm not really that well. I've had an infection, and although it's not COVID, I've not been that well. So I've been trying to make sure that there are some videos. So I have made a video on a new book release, which is very exciting, which Jessica Kingsley have asked me to do. So that will be coming out not next week, but the week after probably. And I've managed to make another video on the adoption and attachment series, and I've managed to do that as well. I think that's video number 8, so I'm hoping that I'll be able to get those 2 out for you, even though I've not been 100%. And at the moment I'm thinking maybe of going down to 1 video a week, and this is because I feel like it gives me time to think about the subject. It gives me time to think about what's going to go into that video. But I've thought about doing this before and that's never happened because I have a new idea and I think, oh yeah, I want to do that, and I like to keep the channel buzzing a little bit. And I think for some of you who are brand new adopters, you want certain subjects. Some of you who've got adopted children want different subjects, and so if I do 1 video a week, then maybe you've got to wait 2 weeks until you get what you want. But I am thinking of going down to 1 video a week because I'm in this for the long game. I'm not going to slow up on the channel. I'm in it for the long game, and I've got lots of ideas still, lots of things I want to present to you, and I think it does give me a bit of breathing space. And also, some of you may know I have another channel which is more of a creative channel because I paint a little bit and I like doing decorative planning, and that's more of a therapeutic outlet for me. Other health-wise, my face, my trigeminal neuralgia hasn't been too bad, and I've managed to get down to 1 tablet, so I'm not as foggy as I was, which is great too. So that's kind of like health issues out the way, and what I'm thinking about the channel. So I'm going to continue with the series, practical attachment series. The next video I've done, I've combined 2 video ideas together because I didn't think it was enough just having 1. So it may not be that I haven't got 15 videos there, but I reckon I've still got at least a dozen there, so about another 4 or 5 that I can do in that. And then of course I've got lots of requests to work with. So I know I haven't done Single Adopters Support Network yet, and there's various other ones I've been asked for. Somebody's asked me to talk about how to describe trauma to a sibling of an adopted child coming in. So that's an interesting one, and there are a couple of videos that cover those sorts of issues, but not one directly about how to explain it to children, so that might be one. So I've been doing quite a lot of work on my website. So when I was really not feeling very well at all, and also running around after the others, then I looked at my website and went back on it, changed up a few things, learnt a bit more technology, and decided to put a few digital products on there. So there's only 4 digital products on there at the moment. One is a 0 to 5 checklist, 5-year-old checklist. So that checklist is everything that you might need if you're adopting a 0 to 5-year-old, basically written down for you so you can work your way through it and know that you haven't forgotten anything. And one is an adopter's ultimate guide. So it's kind of like, if you're right at the beginning of the adoption journey, everything that you need to think about from choosing your agency right the way through to when the child is, coming home to you. So it's quite comprehensive, but it is very much from the start of a journey right the way through. If you pick it up when you've done, say, stage 1, if you're in the UK, you still would find it useful if you're on stage 2. But if you're quite a long way through stage 2, probably not so. That makes sense. So it's that one. There's also an adoption planning guide, which I did pop that link onto my channel, and what that is blank 6 months worth of boxes where you can put your priorities, goals, and your notes and things, and then there's sort of tabs that you can write on, and then every other page is a page where there's prompts. So it might say things like questions to ask your social worker, questions for the foster carer, what you need for the bedroom, prompts like that on every other page. So it's about a 12-page document which you can download, and then you can write on it as you please. So these are downloadable digital products, so they're not expensive. Well, I don't think they are. They're not expensive, and you can download them and keep them, and you can keep, you know, printing out as many copies as you like, as long as you don't sell them worldwide and make your millions out of it. And then there's a fourth one, which is that's it. It's like a template for an eco map or support network. So your social worker will ask you who your network are, and this gives you the example of how to use a support network like mind map, and examples in that mind map, and then the blank page for you to do your own. So again, just makes it easier for you. Since I've seen you as well, some of you may or may not realise that my adoption story, as in the actual story of how the boys came to us, what that was like, and like a abbreviated journey, I was asked to write that as a blog for Love What Matters. I hope I haven't mentioned this to you before, sorry if I'm repeating myself. Love What Matters, and they published that, and that was very, very successful. Really was taken aback by that. So that was lovely, and that got me into thinking, well, I could do more blogs, so I have put some of those also on my website, and thinking about doing some more blogs, but you know, you can't do everything, so just, you know, dip my toe in the water, see how some of these things go. That's the type of person I am. And then my adoption process book, actual book, which apologies for those who are watching me worldwide, is more of a UK book, because I didn't feel that I could comment on the process in other countries, and I wanted something that was for brand new adopters to help them navigate the system that we have, particularly in the UK, because it's quite bitty. So you'll find in different local authorities they've got different rules. It's not really overseen per se in any way. So I have nearly finished this book, guys, and when I say nearly, I do mean I've actually written it, and I'm putting in photos at the moment, coloured photos. I'm linking the sections back to where I've got videos that actually do cover those subject areas, so people can find me talking about them. And I'm formatting, so basically going through, making it look pretty, and then I need to do some editing. So I've edited about half the book. I've got to edit the other half of the book. I've got to get the cover, the name, and get it self-published. But of course, when I do publish it, I will be letting you know, because I'll be very proud that I've actually finished a book, and I'm very excited about that. So what else is there to tell you? So the boys, so this week has been profoundly, insanely weird, I would say. So before we had half term, I was really struggling with lots of things. Like, I've had lots of things happen. We've had lots of things happen in the family. So one of my, it's really difficult to talk about because I don't want to let on too much, but one of my family members very close to me has been very, very poorly, and it's broken my heart, and it still continues to do that. So that's something that I find really difficult. We lost Tim's mum before Christmas, so lots going on, and I've been struggling with my health. So I found that the behaviour side of it has been quite challenging to deal with, to cope with, and I've left a lot to my husband, which it may seem a little bit unfair, but it's been a bit of self-preservation on my part, I think. But with him having COVID, and he seems to have had it, even though we've had all our injections, he seems to have been really poorly with it. It was a case of needs must, you know, let's just get on with this. And to be fair, I think the boys have probably had their own way more this week because of the situation. So with my younger son being poorly, obviously I wasn't having massive expectations of him. But since he's got better, both sons, what I've done is I've allowed them screen time, asked them to take breaks. But I've also been around quite a lot, so I've been doing the meals, I've been sitting around with them, laughing at the characters they've made on Minecraft or Roblox or whatever it is. They've wanted to show me what they've made, show me the different skills, because some of it is quite clever. They have to kind of build and they have to get things working, and they've been very excited about what they've achieved together. And in the early part of the half-term week, they were very much just doing this together. They seem to have built a really good relationship doing that, and they seem to have built a good relationship with me. Not that they didn't have that, but I think because I've been doing more for them, there's been much more communication going on, and obviously they've been home as well. And that's kind of changed things for me. It's kind of been a bit of a tipping point for me. And that's possibly why I want to go down to 1 video a week, because I feel like because I've come down to 1 tablet, as long as this face stays under control, I might be able to do more around the house than what I have been. I have to watch it because in the evenings it starts playing up again, and I've just got to get that balance right. But I think by doing more around the house, whatever that might be, whether it might be getting the tea ready or sorting the boys out, making sure the bags are ready, but being more present in the house, I think will build, you know, that bond back up again from when I've been really quite ill. And I think there's been a bit of a turning point this week. I hope so. I am very exhausted after doing the week, and I probably will have a few days where I might dip, but I think yeah, I think it's been helpful for me to do that. And certainly we've had some real laughs together. And the most funniest thing, for me anyway, is my younger son is very difficult around his meals. Very difficult around his meals. We always got a very agitated meal time. But when I was bringing his meals up to him in his room, he got so excited at everything I brought in. Everything was exciting, whatever it was. He was just so excited about eating after he'd recovered a bit. So that was nice, because it was nice to be appreciated, and it was nice to see him appreciating what was done for him as well. So guys, I'm always happy for you to make suggestions. Some of you have been directly messaging me on Instagram, so if you want to find me, it's Adoption from Nyree. Some of you email me, but probably Instagram is the easiest, and I'm more than happy to answer questions if they don't take me too long. I'm happy to do video calls. Normally I would charge for that though, but if it's quick I don't mind. But if it's something where I'm going to need to put some thought into it, if you want to check out prices and things like that, go to my website, which is Adoption with Nyree. Go there, check out what I can offer. I can offer quite a few things, so check out the services page and see what's what. I'm not in this game to make money, but obviously I've only got so many hours in a day, so I do need to charge for some things. I'm sure you appreciate that. And I think that's everything, apart from saying there's been a lot of new subscribers, so thank you so much for subscribing if you're new. And do have a rummage through on the channel, because there's lots of diverse things on there for you to enjoy. And for those of you who always return, are always the first ones to watch my videos, and always the first ones to comment, thank you so much. You know who you are, and yeah, you're the ones who probably keep me going, so thank you. Thank you for watching Adoption with Nyree, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye.